So I finished work, I have taken my laptop back to the office, I've had some lunch out, I've had a cider, and now I'm back home. So I've got a really lovely card from everyone at work, and it is just filled with so many really lovely messages. Don't know, I feel like a bit sad that it's like the end of an era. I've worked at my workplace for coming up nearly 13 years. So I started there when I was 17, and to be honest, didn't think I was ever gonna leave, but I have. We are just doing the last little bits here really. Tim's taken apart the sofa. We've got a few bits that we're going to take off to the charity shops before they close. So we've just had a very successful trip out. We've actually managed to donate all of our remaining books, DVDs and board games to the Salvation Army, which was great. Well, to be fair, it was the first charity shop that you come to in town, and luckily they accepted all of our donations. So 3 very heavy bags of stuff gone. We've just done what we think is going to be our last Tesco's trip, just to get some coffee, some milk, because we haven't quite got enough for the weekend. Got a couple of drinks to have later, and I think that was it. Oh, some croissants to have over the weekend as well. So it's a little bit later on, and we've just been having more of a sort out and just working out like what stuff my mum's going to take tomorrow. I've been having my final Brewdog drink, the Mistletoe Mafia, so better late than never to have that Christmas drink. The lounge is looking a bit crazy again. There's lots of like different piles of stuff going on, which is fine. It's like an organised chaos. I've been reading through all of the really lovely messages in my leaving card from work, and I just can't believe how many really lovely, just nice messages there are in there. So it is now the next day, and today's task, well, the first task of the day, is to tackle the kitchen. So it's definitely looking like a complete hot mess at the moment, but there's a few bits that I know my mum's gonna have, a few bits we're gonna like donate, and we don't really want to throw anything away that we like don't have to throw away, because it's not like anything's like broken or damaged or anything like that. But yeah, I will show you what's currently going on in the kitchen. Well, it's now about 6 hours since I last vlogged. You might have seen some little clips of the cats and some clips of my mum and dad's cats, because my parents are looking after Felix and Audrey just in the interim, and we went to my mum and dad's just to obviously spend some time with them, to see the cats get settled in. My mum had a few more bits of our stuff that we didn't need, and actually she also had our sofa, so we put that together, and just a few other bits and bobs. So just home now. We went home via Primark. I only picked up like one thing. I got another swimming costume. Tim got a few bits that I'm sure he will show in his vlog, so I will save those bits for him. Just having a quick coffee and gin, just the iconic combination, before actually going out for dinner, meeting 2 of my best friends for dinner and a couple of drinks. Nothing too wild, because it's like the last evening in the flat, because tomorrow night we're actually staying at the Travelodge down the road, and I think we're going to see, well, I know that we're seeing Tim's parents in the day tomorrow, and then we're going to see my parents again in the evening. So again, all a bit all over the place, but I'll just give you a little kind of update of how the flat is looking. Bedroom's pretty empty, which we're pretty chuffed with, so yeah, I'll give you a little tour. We're going out. It is now the next day. It is so rainy and gross outside, and we're just doing like the final bits of sorting. I think we have now managed to fit all of our stuff into about 60 kilos of luggage, and Tim's parents are coming around a bit later to just help with the final sort out. It is currently just gone 10:30, and Tim's parents are actually coming around in about half an hour or so just to help us with the final kind of sort and getting rid of stuff. And I think we're going out for lunch, although as I said it is raining, so I don't actually know where we're going to go. And then later on this evening we're going to see my parents for like the final time, and obviously see the kitties and see them all settled in at my parents' house. I don't think I really vlogged anything much last night, but went out for dinner and drinks with two of my best friends, which was really, really lovely, and obviously Tim was there as well, and we just had a really nice time. So we are back now from lunch out with Tim's parents, which was really, really lovely, and we're just about to head over to the Travelodge where we're staying tonight before going up to the airport tomorrow. But the flat is literally empty now, which just seems so weird. Like, we've lived here for the last 6 years, or just over 6 years, and it just seems really, really bizarre. So I'll give you one final walkthrough of the empty flat. We are at the Travelodge, and we checked in a few hours ago now. Tim's parents very kindly helped us with all of our stuff and took us to the hotel because we had quite a lot of stuff, and we said goodbye to them, which was really sad. And then we decided we were going to go and visit my parents anyway because the hotel's like super near to their house. So we walked to theirs and spent a couple of hours there and saw Felix and Audrey and obviously all of Mum and Dad's cats, and just it's nice to see the cats were all settled, even though they've only been there for like 24 hours or so. And obviously nice to see my parents for one last time. My mum is taking us to the coach station tomorrow, but that's literally like a 5-minute thing, so again was quite sad saying goodbye to them. And we are now back at the Travelodge. I've got a drink. I've got some like hard seltzer thing from Lidl, and we're not really sure what we're going to do with dinner because we're like not hungry because lunch was so massive, but you don't want to wake up in the night hungry. So I think we might go to the Co-op and just get like a meal deal or a sandwich or something from there. But I'll just show you a quick little trip around the room. We decided we got like a little bit hungry, but not like hungry enough for a massive dinner. And I don't know what time it is now. What is it? Do you reckon like 8:30 or something?
I think so.
So decided to go to the Co-op, and the plan was to get a meal deal there, but the meal deal was like just a bit naff, to be honest. So we got some other stuff to share, which I will show you now. So we got these McCoy's Muchos nacho cheese flavour. Not had these before, but they look pretty interesting. We've got this cheese sandwich, and we also got this ham sandwich. It is now the next morning, and it is our last full day in the UK, and our suitcases and just all of our stuff is all a bit all over the place because we're trying to repack and reweigh everything to make sure that we're definitely not going to have too much luggage when we get to the airport. My mum's actually picking us up in about an hour or so to take us to the coach station because we are going up to Heathrow today via London. Today it is really, really sunny, so could have actually done with this weather yesterday, to be honest. It is now very much later, and we have now finally made it to the Premier Inn at Heathrow after quite a long old journey. We had to go into Victoria first, then I realised that I'd forgotten to leave our house keys with my mum, so I had to go to the post office and post them back to her. And then I've done everything we need to do at the airport. We are all good to fly tomorrow, which is very, very exciting. And we're just kind of doing the last final bits of organising the packing and just making sure everything's definitely within kind of the weight baggage limits. And we are actually meeting Tim's granddad, I think maybe in about 10 or 15 minutes. He's just coming to the restaurant here at the Premier Inn, so nothing too fancy, but just nice to obviously see him before we jet off tomorrow. So just back in the room now after having a coffee and dinner. Yeah, so now back in the room, and we've actually got a whole bottle of Prosecco that we need to drink because obviously we can't really take it with us tomorrow. So we're going to have that. We need to check into our flights as well. So I'm just charging my laptop so I can do that. But yeah, main thing first really, I guess, is to crack open the Prosecco. Oh, and I forgot to say that I had fish and chips for my dinner, which was absolutely delicious. Tim had a pizza, which also looked really good. So this is the Prosecco that we've got that Tim has very kindly opened. And also, because it's Valentine's Day, the restaurant gave me this nice rose, which obviously I can't take with me, but I don't know, it just seemed like quite a nice little touch.